無論天珠。Hi everyone, this is your tea seafood right here. It's nice to see you guys here again, and welcome to today's open tempo session. Today, I don't know how long this will be, but I'll try to finish it in 15 minutes, like how I usually do. It's going to be on this topic right here. No space. Sorry for the picture because that is a picture my disciple took from their altar, and I wanted to show it off because they took some nice picture, so you can take a look. That's the ground altar. Okay, so that's their ground altar. My ground altar is a lot busier, so I don't want to be too distracting. This one actually shows you one huge statue right here, and then there's a red one right there, and there's a bunch right here. Okay, so I know they don't look great, so I'm gonna like cover it up like that. Anyway, so what's the topic today? The topic today we're gonna talk about the ghost magic. Okay, so we are going to talk about what commonly is called the five ghost um transporting the wealth or whatever one they call it. Like in Chinese, it's called 五鬼运财. Okay, so metaphor is like the five. They're like five ghosts bringing you the wealth, bringing you money, like that. So when people are looking for some wealth, some money, they thought of this kind of magic. And what is it really about? I will have to tell you that you can't find it online because no one actually talks about it. And the one who knows doesn't speak, and the one who doesn't know speaks loudly. So a lot of bullshit out there now. Anyway, you're here to listen to the real thing and to actually understand the real thing. So we're not going to go like fancy up all that stuff. We're going to tell you what it is really about, okay? So it's going to be a bit disappointing because there's no sugarcoating, and I'm not good at sugarcoating. So it's going to be a bit boring. So if you're here, bring in the popcorn, have some fidget with your hand, keep yourself busy and not sleeping. Basically, you're going to pay attention, okay? I know this is a boring topic. That's why you're here, right? We like boring stuff. So anyway, let's get into the nerd stuff about magic. Magic nerd. Hey, that's a new. Actually, that's quite a nice channel name. Magic nerd, or Taoist nerd, something like that. Anyway, so the five ghosts. Okay, now you ask me, do I have any ghosts in my altar or at home or here? The answer is short answer is yes. Okay, yes, we need ghosts in the altar, just like you need God in the altar. Okay, now, but the thing is, they're not what you are thinking about. Okay, it's not like what most people might think, like the creepy kind of shit. No, 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 no. Okay, basically, if you look at it like this, okay, it's like the positive and negative energy. You need both. It's like a magnet. Okay, one side is positive, one side is negative. It's a magnet, right? That's how energy can cycle. That's basically something you need to have. You cannot just skip negative. So, in an altar, your upper deck, like the above table, your that's what we call a God power. Is basically those power are cultivated for the positive usage. It goes out from the like if you look at the altar, okay, it's right here. The altar send out stuff. It needs the top deck, like you're doing things on the top deck, and that's how the stuff go out. Now, how to bring things into your altar location? To suck things in, you need the bottom. So bottom becomes the power, the negative power that helps you hold things into your altar area, and then what? Well, and then you can do things with it. Okay, so basically, we have two types of power. One is positive, one is negative, and the negative one you call them the ghosts. And basically, the five ghosts, you give them a statue like that. Okay. Now there are like five colors. You can see like the colors are kind of like a meaning. Okay, so they represent a certain meaning, and you kind of color coded so that you know there are five special powers of negative that you are controlling in the altar. So that's the five goals. Now the five goals consist of what? It consists of the five direction. You can like remember it this way, okay? Five direction. So you have the east, the south, the west, and the north and the center. That's five direction. And according to the five element or mhang, five phases, you can basically know how the five direction property is. And if not, you can look at the color code again. Okay, so basically they are five forces that help you the negative way, and you can use them to your own advantage. It's really cool. Okay, so let me describe how it works. Okay, so let's say um, let's talk about a ghost in like in an order. Let's say from the black one, the black goes in the north side. Okay, black has the property of sucking things. Okay, it sucks like it really brings things in. Okay, it sucks like a black hole. It sucks. So this ghost, they call it the 聚財鬼. It's like it kind of has a. You see how it looks? It has like a holding a gold nugget or something like that. It's like it helps you gather up and hold onto and pulls in, you know, like a black hole. It pulls in, okay? It pulls in the wealth. So if you want to like, for example, you're doing a promotion, okay? Promotion, like you got a store, so you tape up some billboard poster, something like that, and no one's looking at it, right? You need to attract people over. Then you need to use this ghost power. So you do something that allows you to use this ghost black ghost power onto those things. For example, I will do a fool, okay, a fool, those magic paper, okay, and a fool. It's a ticket of request. On the fool, I will say, like bring the black ghost into action and tell the black ghost to help pull in attention to here. And then I burn the fool on top of the poster or the billboard or whatever. And then the black ghost power go into there to help you suck in all that stuff. And when it's sucking all that stuff, it pulls in people's attention. It pulls in people to come and curious and want to look at these things and spend time there. So you are bringing in people in and then like sucking in their time while they're looking and paying attention to this thing. And there goes black ghost magic. Okay, that's how the magic works. Now the next one is the yeast side. Okay, that's the green ghost. We call that the one choi, right? The one choi is like bringing around. The green is like um, it's kind of like a wind, like wind, as in like wind, air movement. Okay, so this movement is like it's a it's a mild force, but it also triggers your thinking. Okay, thinking, how you think. So internally, how you process information. So let's say you feel attracted to the poster, but then you look at my pricing and you're like, I don't like this milk tea. It's so expensive. I don't like the picture. I don't feel good. It doesn't make me like happy. Whatever. Okay, like that. Well, if that's the case, it means that they're not going to buy stuff, right? So if I need to make them buy stuff, feel good about it, I will use the green ghost. And then I also can write a fool and then burn it on top of that thing. And this is going to be what? Like I want to ask the green ghost to make people looking at the poster to think that, oh, this is good, you know, good stuff. So manipulating people's thinking, how, like, pushing, not manipulating, pushing them to think in a certain way is the power of the green ghost. So you want to make people think as, like, be able to think that way. Sometimes, like, it's the truth, but people just don't think that way. It's like this. You have good food in your restaurant, right? It's good. It's good food. Like, physically, it's good. But people come and they just cannot think that way. They think that it's too, like, too spicy or whatever. But people don't think that way. It's just that, like, it's there, they just don't see it, right? So now you want to push them toward that side more. It's not like you can change the fact that, like, if you cook something bad and they still think it's good. No, it's not going to be working like that. But the thing is, at least they can, like, push them more inclined toward the way that is there, and you want them to go that way, right? So the green ghost can be used that way. If you want a green ghost to help yourself, I mean, like, when I am, for example, I'm solving problem, or I am trying to, uh, let's say, troubleshoot my website, the green ghost is actually great help. It helps me, like, internally digest, think about it, and process, and kind of, like, work my brain around and force me to find solution to problems. And it actually really helped me a lot. So this is how you can use the green ghost power. And the next one comes to this one is the south side, the red ghost. Okay, red ghost is this guy. Okay, the red ghost has a fist punching. Okay, and, well, what it means is, you can see, like fire. Okay, when you're doing things, when you are being pushed to actually take action, it can be positive, it can be negative. It can empower your action, or it can reduce your action, or it can be, like, doing things that actually cause you to gain or to lose. So the goals is the negative, right? It helps you to do things to that makes you, like, lose something or get rid of something. So if you want people to buy stuff, actually pay money, they lose money, right? They pay. So the action of saying, I want to buy it, that's a negative ghost shop. Like, that's a negative power. So you want them to, like, give the money out and then spend it. That's the red ghost. So when you punch, like, you see the statue, right? It looks like a punching. Okay, so it's punching the tummy area. So if you actually punch the tummy, what happened? Well, things inside the tummy go like that, right? Actually, like this. So what it's talking about right here, the like, the symbolism is that you want things inside people, inside the system, to come out. It can be done to harm or help. I mean, like, look, if you are a stubborn people, like, stubborn person, and you're at the doctor's office, doctor say you need to buy medicine, and then you're like, I don't want to buy it. It's like, rip me off and stuff like that. Well, the red ghost can help. It makes you want to buy and spend your money, and that way you can actually get the help. Now, if I want to hurt people with it, I can, like, for example, I want this guy to give up his idea in business. I can use the red ghost on him and make him give up, because it basically punch and then make him, like, throw out. And it's kind of like when you have an idea, you won't really want to do it, and when I do that magic, you're gonna, like, say, oh, fuck it, that bad idea. It's kind of like you ban yourself, and then suddenly you don't want to do it. Okay, so that's one very nice power to use. Now the next one is the west side, which is the white ghost. Now the white ghost is white is output, projecting, and giving off. Okay, give off things. Uh, so this one, well, we call that the soul chart, right? It's like you're collecting debt. Okay, when we want people to output and, like, just want them to output the money or the wealth or whatever back to us. Okay, so when you want to collect things, now if someone is like, oh, this guy, I lend a pen to him and he's not giving the pen back. Okay, I can use the white ghost on him, and that makes him want to give back the pen. When he is white, he is giving back something. See, it's like outputting. Okay, and also you can use it a nice way. For example, you want someone to like be at your store and stay for a longer time. So you want them to stay. That means you want them to give their time off to you, right? You want to give their time. Well, if you want to give the time, then you need to stay, and that's what this white ghost can do. I can get this power, apply on here, and the people here will want to stay longer. So it's not a bad thing, right? But the thing is, like, that's how energy works. You can use it to your own advantage. There's many ways to use these goals. And last one we're missing, center. The center goals is yellow goals, but it's actually the statue is the kind of beige color. So what happened is that is the controlling power of the negative. So if like what its job is to connect, to equalize, to balance, to control. It's like a central system. So if like let's say I'm using it for myself, for example, okay, so if I am going to a shop and I cannot control myself spending the money, then I need this ghost power to help me to, gather up your thought first, process before you spend. Okay, don't act based on feeling. And this ghost power is there to help me to gain the control of my negative. So when I'm about to spend, like people who have impulse buying issue, you can use this goes, the center goes, and its power goes into you, then it helps you to control your spending. So you can say the ghost is not really like it is a form of power that you can cultivate at the altar, and then later you take that power and deploy it somewhere else on you, on your client, or whatever, and that energy goes in there, and that place or that person will get the energy, and the whole pattern just repeats. It's a pattern thing that repeats, and when the pattern repeats, then you achieve the goal of magic. The magic is really like a, you can say it's like an energy work somehow, but it's not really that energy. So yeah, because it's more than energy. But then the thing is, it's like you have this pattern, and you want this pattern to go into something and make it alike, and then that's how you use these power. Okay, so you can request these powers like the ghosts and stuff. You can request your power to like split something out and put it onto someone by using the fu as a ticket. So you write the fu, and then you tick fu, right, bond the power, and then you deploy it to fei fu, to fly the fu, or you burn it, and then it applies, like it tells this power to go out to that place and tube into whatever you're working on, that it becomes like that. It's like I take the energy of the cat and put it into you. You act like a cat, and eventually you start to like eating fish. Like that's a metaphor. But basically, that's what it is. You understand the property of these ghosts in the altar, then you can use them nicely, and they will become a great help in your life. So basically, that's my my rush lesson on the five goals, and we're still a bit over time, but that's fine. Hope you guys like it, and we'll see you tomorrow. 福生無量大天尊。